We call the benevolent beings of light, archangels, and ascended masters to guide and inspire us during this forum. Our forum's vision is to bring the understanding, tools, discipline, and support for those seeking to enter the straight and narrow path, the road less traveled, that will lead us along effectively and steadily through the ascension process. Integration of the human experience with our divine origin is moving us full circle to achieve our divine potential. So be it. Amen.
The quote is tonight, do what is right, not what is easy. It's very good advice. Tonight's topic is Quantum Leap, and the video was talking about how you get there. This is all about us reconnecting with that divine portion of ourself called our higher self. It isn't somebody else. It's actually who we really are. It's really us at our full potential, given to us at all times to guide us, to show us the way, to warn us when we're going off left field, to make sure that we keep ourselves on the path, on that beautiful path right in front of you. When we get sidetracked and start involving ourselves with all other people's lives, try to save them and fix them and be the Christ come back, we get off our path. We forget about what we need to do personally to assure ourselves that we reach our potential. If it wasn't the lifetime that we're in right now, I wouldn't really be talking about this so intensely. But this is the time, and this is the life. The summation of all the lifetimes, all the learning, all the people that we had to bounce off of, all the places we've gone and learned from, the customs, the foods, the religious beliefs, all this we already have. And now we're ready to go to the next step. As you get familiar with your higher self, you talk to that part of you. You ask questions inside. You listen to that small, tiny little sound, this little voice, which will get louder as you get used to doing this. You can have conversations eventually. If anything happens where the information is not based on love, something else is going on, and you need to tell it to leave. You are all powerful. Your word is the word of God. And what you say, anything that's outside of love must listen and respond. You are the master of your house, your fields, your world. And you conduct it like that. Other people must be the masters of their world. And if they're not mastering it, you can help if they ask you to. You can tell them what you would do, but you can't make them do it. And that's when you know to step back. When you step back, then they have to take care of it themselves, or find somebody else to kind of lead them along until they feel strong enough, safe enough. wise enough to take care of it themselves. When you're walking on the path, things are going to happen. People say to me, I'm praying and I'm meditating and I'm doing everything right and I'm asking God to help me to raise up and to be able to do the things that I want to do, and it doesn't happen. Why? And I say to them, it's not that God doesn't hear you. It's not that your higher self doesn't want you to get there. It's you that needs to do your homework. And that is the experience of what is inside you that's holding you back, that's weighing you down, that's stopping you from moving forward. Usually it's based on fear. You're scared to death. For some of us, we're afraid of being hurt. We're afraid of dying. We're afraid of being wrong. We're afraid. But even in the film, it explained this. There is nothing to be afraid of. It's not real. It's a belief outside of love. And all you have to do is change your mind and then walk through the fire. The fire is the experience. Stretch your spiritual muscles. Be brave. People say, put on your big girl panties. Yeah, okay. Or your big boy panties. Yeah, I've done it. I've had to do it. And there's times many years ago when I didn't have the courage to. Because I have memory, past memory, of the suffering that I've gone through in the very dark times on the earth. And when you have that remembrance, you're cautious. That's why when I ask to serve God, I always say, use me well, but use me gently. I've been beaten up enough. I beat myself up. Yeah. And that leads me into my next comment. Don't ever think that anybody has made you do anything, or that your life was because of this one and that one and the other one. We wrote our own script. We wanted to see everything that we believed, whether it was really the truth or a temporary truth that we learned or were programmed towards. It's all us. It's all of it is us. The happy stuff, we did that too. The beautiful things, absolutely. And then when things go wrong, we go, well, it's not because of me. It's because my mother beat me when I was a kid. Yeah, no, no. No, we came in with the idea that we needed to be beaten. We came in with the troubles that we experienced as children. Yeah. The 4 generations that was written about in the Bible that you can go back, it isn't your mother, then your grandparents and your great-grandparents. It's the last 4 generations of you being incarnated. They couldn't say that. Why should they tell us the truth? But the truth is, we bring it with us, the stuff we haven't mastered yet. And each incarnation, we have the opportunities given to us over and over again to get over ourselves, to be able to walk through the fire of our own creations, which were miscreations, and make it right. You know, a lot of people, they look out in the world right now and see the mess that's out there as if it was somebody else that made that mess. But on the many, many lifetimes that we've spent on this planet, we contributed to that mess. We learned from it. And now we can bring the light to it and clear it up. That's all. That's all that'll ever be asked of you. Just clean up your own mess. And then you'll be strong enough to help with other people, their mess, because they can't do it yet. The only way to become the divine potential is to live life fully, have the experiences that you wrote into your script that would bring you back to your potential. Remember, we're just coming back to it. You're already who you wish to be. But we picked up a lot of junk along the way, and it's choking us to death. For those of you that have breathing issues, you're choking on your past. Let it out, cry it out, shout it out, get rid of it so that you can breathe again deeply. I had tremendous breathing problems as a child, constantly getting pneumonia, a lot of troubles. Keep working on yourself. Make it a daily practice, just like you make your meals a daily practice. You have your rituals to get yourself groomed and ready for the day. While you're doing it, you can be praying. Gratitude. Tremendous thanks for everything that you have is very important in your prayer. To make your affirmations about who you are, keep it simple. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. Keep it simple. You don't need to talk for a half hour to God. God hears you. God is inside you, not outside you. For those that question whether there's a God, it isn't a person. It's life force itself that animates you. How could it not be? Because without it, we wouldn't be. We're all part of that God mind. And it's time for us to take that back. Want it. Desire it. Seek it. So you can become it. Everything in the universe is pressing us forward. All the beings, the enlightened beings, are watching us like a hawk. They know what it is to go through what we're going through. It's like a camel going through the eye of the needle that was spoken about in the Bible. It isn't easy, but it's worth it. It's everything we ever wanted. To step into this world of light and love. Everywhere you go, everything beautiful and holy, rather than be here working so hard, dealing with money issues, other people who are not awake and aware, people who are scared to death around you, people who are hurting themselves, and you're watching it happen and it tears your heart out. Just be the light, emanate it, spread it wherever you are. Don't pity anyone or anything. Just send it love. Give it the strength to get to the next step of their evolution. And then somebody will do it for you. That's why we need each other so much. We truly do. When we hide in a cave It's great for a while. It's very peaceful, in fact, until we get into our emotions and inside. And then you could be as alone as a leaf in the winter on a tree. And you will cry. And you will yell. Because you can't get away from you. You take you everywhere. And everything that's the complexity of you. The good and the not so happy stuff. Just love yourself free. Give yourself permission. Do it gently and lovingly. Be kind to yourself. It is so important. We beat ourselves up enough. We judge ourselves constantly. We don't even realize it. We make these little comments. Our body sulks when it happens. It hurts it. It has intelligence in every cell. You're here to love and to be loved. That is your mission. And in that love, you'll heal. And in that healing, you'll release. Because you couldn't possibly hold on to that painful, heavy energy of the past. It will not vibrate with you any longer. And there are many people that you hang out with and have been with for years. And you're going to realize where nobody's talking about anything that I am interested in anymore. I want to talk about the ETs. I want to talk about my higher self. I want to talk about angels and ascended masters and what is righteousness, what is beautiful, what is holy. In 3D, everything is about power and money and control. Everything is based on that. And the greed is the Antichrist running through the world. People will sell their soul to have money. It's a test. What do you do with the money? What do you do with it? Do you get in trouble because you overspend? Are you frivolous with your money, or do you put it towards very wholesome and beautiful things? What do we do? It's all up to you to look deeply into your soul and know who you are and what you do and why you do it. And once you understand yourself, the people around you will start to understand you. A lot of people say, nobody understands me. I don't get it. Why don't they see me for who I am? And I say to them, sometimes they're seeing who you are that you don't recognize in yourself. And that's why God brings certain people to us that are the agitators. They're your spiritual friends, but they do a job that hurts. They bring you to your knees, but they help you to heal. And when you're on the other side, you can get together, you have a good laugh about it. I hated your guts when I knew you. Boy, you were mean to me. But thank you so much, because I never would have gotten where I am if I hadn't known you. This is how it works, my friends. This is how it works. Our opinions are great. Keep telling yourself your own opinions. Nobody else really needs to know it. They have their own. They'll live with that until they find out, oops, now I know the real truth. Uh-oh. But you don't have to tell anybody anyway. You could just be who you are. Just be you. And if you don't like something that you're doing, do something about it. Change your mind. Change your ways. You can always do it anytime you need to. You don't need anybody to heal you, fix you. You can do it whenever you make the decision. This is the glory of being a God man. That's what it is. We're a very special species. And there are species out there that are nothing like we do. We are connected in a way that they're not. We are very blessed. And that's why they started messing with our genetics. They wanted a part of us. But guess what? In the end, we are who we are, and others are who they are. And if we just all love each other, just the way we are, the world will be a much more blessed and peaceful place. Nobody has to have my opinion. Nope. But I share it. I share the truth. My opinions aren't as important, but my truth is. And I only speak about what I've been through and learned through the long road of life. I spoke like this as a young person, but it was not understood at the time. Very few people could grasp what I talked. But there are forerunners before all of us were here. And they laid the groundwork for us to do our work. And now we answered the call to come in, to bring in this 5D light. And boy, is upon your head. Be proud and be humble at the same time. And use your light wisely and all the energy and power that comes with it. Because as powerful as you are, you can do a lot of harm if it's not controlled by your temperament. And if you feel that you're not ready, then you work on yourself inside and get rid of the things that drive you to lose your temper or to be mean or to drive yourself and everybody around you. Once you can love yourself and be gentle with yourself, you'll be that way with others. It comes in different levels, not all at once, because it feels good. Each time you get another level, it feels so good. And you realize your life is changing because of it. But there's so much more, so much more. We just have to keep on track, keep our hearts wide open. And when days are tough, walk through it so that you don't have to do it again and again and again. It is such a blessing to be free, and only you can give yourself that gift. I, for one, learned this a long time ago, and I choose to be on this path. The fact that you're here, I know that you chose too. And together we're going to get there. We'll just keep reminding each other. So the quantum leap is you getting more like and eventually reach your potential, which is a god or goddess of your own world eventually. And what would be in that world is whatever you believe and hold true in your consciousness. So let it all go, the things that aren't important. the things that causes arguments or pain to others. Just let it all go. Be free. It doesn't matter. We don't have to be right or wrong. Nobody has to believe us. All we need to do is love, forgive, bless. That's being a Christ. Not judging. So the quantum leap is becoming more godlike or goddess-like. And that's exactly what we do when we let go of the little me, that pushy ego that wants to be heard, wants to be right, wants to be telling the divine part of ourselves what to do. We needed it for a long time. We don't anymore. Take your power back. Quiet your mind by demanding it. Your environment, everything. Don't let anything in your fields you don't want in there. And it will be so. For those of you that are listening to this on YouTube, I invite you to come to the forum every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. You'll be able to see segment 2 and 3 and join us in a guided meditation. And you'll be able to participate and ask questions. Go to our website, ourdivineorigin.com, and send me an email, and you'll be signed on. I hope you enjoyed this. So be grateful. Grateful for the days when you're having a joyous time, and grateful for the days when you worked through something that you carried with you and let it go. Be grateful, for the universe responds to your joy and happiness, for your love, for your heart, and let it flow. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. Christine, can you please pause the recording? Barbara, may we have your closing statement, please?
I have to take back the host. I mean, I got to pin myself. Sorry. Oh, wrong Barbara. You're pinned, Barbara. Where am I? I disappeared from the face of the earth. Okay. Next time, Meg, we'll wait till I pin myself before we put on the recording. Okay. My summary for the quantum leap. So what you found tonight when we were in the questions and answers is that each one of us, at our own timing, in our own way, we are making progress. We're changing how we interact with life, how we perceive it, and how we respond to it. We're trying in every way to live consciously. And that's the answer to the question. Do I witness myself? Do I see myself as others do? Or do I just say to myself, I'm me. Take me or leave me. But if people are turning away and you want them to hear you or see you or be part of your life, it's up to us to make some changes, to see what we can do to be more pleasant, less opinionated, maybe try to listen a little more than be the speaker. Whatever it takes, change it up, see what happens. See how people respond to you. Watch their faces. You'll know when you go too far by the expression. It will show you. I took classes in this. I did. Body language. It was such an interesting course. You'll know everything about yourself by witnessing in other people the response they have towards you. And what they do is actually just showing you what you really believe inside yourself. That's what it is. They're showing you yourself blatantly in front of you. So if it is a negative response, change your mind inside. Make a commitment and even a mantra to say the opposite of what you've been thinking and others have been saying. Create a beautiful space inside you, and that space will expand outside you and around you. So your world will change. People will respond to you. People will start to see. And believe me, when you're in the space where your heart is wide open, nobody is scared of that. They are drawn to it, literally drawn to it. There are people that will never respond to the light in this lifetime. And those people, if they got the gift of the light that you sent them and the love of your heart and a compassionate moment, you help them. You help them in a great way, greater than anything else you could do. When you pray, even if it's a 1-second prayer to bless them, because a lot of times people just come for the blessing. You have done what you came to do. That was all you contracted to do, is to bless them, when nobody else probably does. And a lot of people that are agitators, loving their part, but they don't get much thanks and love because they chose a part to be the agitator. So nobody's being appreciative except someone living consciously and saying to themselves, there I am. Thank you, whoever you are, for showing me. And I take care of it. I don't wait till the weekend. I don't wait until I'm done with things. I stop and I take care of it. Because if you want the peace that passes understanding, give it to yourself right away. Why wait till later? It raises your frequency and you can bring it to the next person that you happen to be talking to or with, or just emanating it out into the neighborhood and blessing everybody that could be within your field. This is why we're here, to be the light and love of God on earth. Kind of like an angel. Where's your wings? I see your hearts. Set your intent to be that light in the world. Jesus said, follow me, and he was the light in the world. He was a mighty man. He made sure he did what was right. And you can judge him when he was throwing over those tables and letting the goats go and the lambs and the birds. But there is a righteousness to what he did. So if we're going to follow him, let's make sure that whatever we do it in righteousness. Not because we believe it personally, but because it's truly the right thing to do. The kind thing to do. The gentle thing to do. What we would wish somebody would do for us. That is a quantum leap until we reach our potential where it is just so natural. We couldn't do another thing but what we do, to love. And when you love truly without expecting anything in return, you will be loved. You will be honored and respected. And then you become love, literally become love. Not just practice it, speak it, but become it. And then we're Christed. And I say amen to that. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the topic and got a lot out of it tonight.
Do you often feel lost and uncertain about your life's purpose? Do you feel like you have more potential than what you're currently manifesting? Imagine this. Deep down in the depths of your being lies your higher self. Your higher self is a part of your consciousness that transcends the limitations of the physical body. It represents the individual's true essence and is characterized by unlimited potential and your true eternal nature. It's the part of you that excites with inspiration, guides with intuition, and teaches through insight. Our higher self is that part of us that remains connected to the divine. It's the God self within each of us. The wise Yogi Swami Sivananda captured the essence of it by saying, "The true purpose of life is to realize one's self, to find and fulfill one's destiny." Your intentions, desires, and secrets are well known to your higher self. The moment you begin to align with your higher self, you start to live your dream life. Keep watching until the end, because we will be looking at the signs you are connecting to your higher self. And by clicking on this video, your higher self may be trying to get through to you already. Your higher self is the feeling of peace you get when you stand in something beautiful. The timeless, ageless, eternal part of you is always by your side. It's you beyond your ego, your insecurities, and your fears. And it's always there to guide you. It is you. Have you ever experienced a sudden intuitive pull that you can feel in your stomach? If so, you may be familiar with the idea that this sensation is your higher self trying to communicate with you. When you get a gut feeling or a visceral hunch about a decision, person, or situation that seems to come out of nowhere, it's important to pay attention. Following your gut instincts may not always make logical sense, but it can lead you to a path that aligns with your authentic self and brings you closer to your purpose. Trusting your intuition can help you make decisions that feel right for you, even if you can't explain them. Intuition, in technical terms, is the manifestation of your higher self's guidance without any form of rational or logical explanation. This inner knowing is a spontaneous occurrence that may give you a feeling of certainty, for instance, when you understand that a new relationship or opportunity is right for you. The absence of any rational explanation is what makes it feel like a leap of faith, as your mind cannot comprehend it. However, it is important to trust your intuition, as your higher self would never misguide you. When your innermost truth speaks to you, it is vital to honor it despite any feelings of fear or doubt that may arise. Marcus Aurelius wisely said on the matter, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. So the next time you feel that intuitive pull, take a moment to listen to it and see where it leads you. There's wisdom brewing beneath the surface, waiting to guide you towards your highest good." As you go through life, you may start to notice a shift in the way you perceive the world around you. You may find that you have unlocked a new perspective, one that has completely changed the game for you. No longer do you see things in black and white terms, but instead you understand that good and bad are entirely subjective and vary from person to person. With this newfound perspective, you have become much more accepting of others. You don't judge them for their beliefs, experiences, or feelings. Instead, you acknowledge their truth for what it is, and you try to understand where they're coming from. When someone approaches you feeling frustrated, angry, or upset, you don't dismiss their feelings as invalid or wrong. Instead, you offer them kindness and compassion, understanding that everyone's experiences are valid and deserving of respect. Even if someone rejects your help or doesn't want your assistance, you remain accepting and understanding. You recognize that life isn't a dichotomy and that every person and experience is unique and valuable in its own way. Overall, you have learned to appreciate the world around you for what it is, and you approach every situation with an open mind and a compassionate heart. As you go through life, you might start to feel a need for more time to yourself. You may feel a stronger connection with your highest self, which makes you realize that you haven't been connecting with everyone in your life and prefer being in solitude. You come to understand that fear is not real, and the only thing that is real is love. You begin to see that most of your fears are a result of your programming, upbringing, limiting beliefs, and negative thought patterns. Doubts and insecurities that were instilled in you by your parents, family, friends, teachers, society, advertising, colleagues, and peers start to dissipate, and you regain your personal power. You become fearless in pursuing your goals and don't let anything stop you from achieving them. You start to see that mortality is just a transition, and you are an eternal being. Communicating with your higher self becomes easier once you realize this. You allow your heart and soul to guide you, and don't give much value to other people's opinions, since you know what's best for you. You start relying on your intuition and inner guidance, which allows you to authentically express yourself and be who you really are. You find that your life becomes more fulfilling, and you start to attract positive experiences and people into your life. You may have started to notice a shift in your relationships with people around you. This is a vital sign your higher self may be trying to communicate with you. One of the signs that your higher self is trying to talk to you is that you may no longer feel connected to the people you once felt close to. When you start connecting with your higher self, you will attract relationships into your life that are more authentic, fulfilling, and equal. Your higher self wants your new relationships to reflect who you are becoming and let go of who you are not. This process may involve releasing those relationships that are now toxic and no longer serve your highest good. It's not easy, and you may find yourself going back and forth until you are ready to move on from your old relationships. It's essential to be gentle with yourself during this process, as it can be a confusing and emotional time. Remember that those you let go of are not bad people, and it's not about you being better than them now. It's about creating space for new relationships that align with your new values and beliefs. So, trust the journey, stay true to yourself, and have faith that everything will work out for your highest good in the end. Have you ever had a dream so vivid that you woke up the next morning contemplating if it had happened in your waking reality or not? Dreams can be direct messages from your higher self. It's important to pay attention to the different types of dreams you experience, especially lucid dreams, where you are actively engaging with your higher wisdom. Additionally, you should take note of any vivid dreams that leave a strong impression or seem to offer guidance, as they may hold important information about your life path and purpose. When we dream, we tap into the vast knowledge and insight of our subconscious mind. Carl Jung wisely said, "The dream is the small hidden door in the deepest and most intimate sanctum of the soul, which opens to that primeval cosmic night that was soul long before there was a conscious ego, and will be soul far beyond what a conscious ego could ever reach." Dreams can reveal what our conscious mind may be overlooking or ignoring, providing us with valuable insights and guidance. The symbolism that we encounter in our dreams can be particularly telling, helping us to connect with our deepest desires, fears, and emotions. By paying attention to your dreams and interpreting their symbolism, you can gain a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Whether you're looking for guidance on a particular situation or simply seeking to deepen your spiritual connection, your dreams can provide a wealth of knowledge and wisdom to help you on your journey. As you move towards merging with your higher self, you might start to notice a shift in how you perceive time and life. You might begin to see how your past experiences have shaped you into the person you are today. It's truly incredible how every moment, good or bad, has contributed to your growth and evolution. However, it's important to acknowledge that the difficult times have also taught you valuable lessons that have made you stronger and wiser. The real magic happens when you focus on the positive aspects of your past. Those wonderful experiences, those happy memories, are not just things of the past. They are now an integral part of who you are today. You can bring those moments into the present and let them fill you up with joy. Take a moment to remember that amazing vacation, that significant accomplishment, or that special moment with a loved one. Let that joy drive you forward and use it as fuel to make every moment of your life even better than before. Remember that your past is not something to be ashamed of or to regret, but rather something to embrace and be grateful for. Have you been seeing repeating numbers and sequences? You might have been seeing 3, 33, or 444 everywhere, and it is happening so frequently that you know it is not a coincidence. Perhaps you keep hearing the same song everywhere you go, you keep seeing a particular animal crossing your path, or you frequently see the time on the clock as 11:11. If you have been experiencing such occurrences, you now understand that these are not mere coincidences, but rather synchronized events orchestrated by your higher self to grab your conscious attention. These synchronicities act as personalized signposts, guiding you towards the right path or reminding you to stay aligned with your truth. By paying attention to these signs and symbols, you can gain a deeper understanding of your life's journey and take the necessary steps to manifest your desires. Meditation involves silencing the constant chatter of the mind and going within to find stillness. Buddha wisely stated, "Meditation brings wisdom. Lack of meditation leaves ignorance. Know well what leads you forward and what holds you back, and choose the path that leads to wisdom." By doing so, you open yourself up to a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. To establish a connection with your higher self, it's essential to practice stillness and active listening. Meditation is an effective technique that facilitates this process. However, the term meditation is often overused and misunderstood. Contrary to popular belief, meditation doesn't involve sitting in a specific posture and clearing your mind of all thoughts. It's merely about being present with yourself and cultivating a sense of stillness. Unfortunately, many people tend to complicate this straightforward practice. When you meditate, you may not receive answers right away, but with patience and consistent practice, the insights will eventually come. It is important to make meditation a daily habit so that you can maintain a strong connection with your higher self. You must focus on going within by going inward. The texts, the teachings, the gurus, all the paths and instructions are there to help you figure out your inward journey. No one can do it for you. We must find our own way. What we do or don't do is our choice. This practice can bring greater clarity, peace, and fulfillment to your life and help you navigate the challenges of everyday living with greater ease. So take some time every day to sit in stillness and connect with your inner self. The benefits are truly priceless. Divine connection is a profound experience that can occur when your higher self merges fully with your conscious awareness. This state of consciousness is often reached during moments of deep introspection, such as during prayer, meditation, dance, worship, or communion with nature. During these moments, you may feel a sense of oneness with the universe and a deep connection to all living beings. In this state, you transcend the limitations of your physical body and feel unbounded by space and time. You may experience a heightened sense of awareness and understanding, and feel a deep sense of peace and serenity. These temporary mystical experiences provide a glimpse into the eternal bliss that is possible when you align completely with your higher wisdom. It is important to note that these experiences are deeply personal and may vary greatly from person to person. However, the common thread that runs through all of them is the deep sense of connection and oneness with the universe that is felt. By cultivating a regular practice of introspection and reflection, you can open yourself up to the possibility of experiencing these moments of divine connection more frequently in your life. Have you been practicing affirmations? By doing so, you have been programming your mind to believe in the truth of these statements. Have you ever heard of affirmations and their power to shape your reality? Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself in order to program your subconscious mind to believe in their truth. By doing so, you can manifest abundance and success in your life. For instance, if you seek to achieve financial abundance, you might say to yourself, "I deserve to be wealthy," or "Money flows to me easily and effortlessly." The more you repeat these affirmations, the more they become ingrained in your subconscious mind, and the more you start to believe in them. This can be a great sign that you are connecting with your higher self, as it can be viewed as the higher self actively trying to guide you to bigger manifestations and abundance in your life. When you visualize yourself surrounded by abundance and success, you create a powerful mental image that your subconscious mind can latch onto. This visualization technique helps you to see yourself achieving your goals and living your dreams. The more you believe in these statements and the accompanying visuals, the more you will begin to see evidence of them in your life. It's important to understand that your subconscious mind plays a critical role in shaping your reality. It makes up a significant portion of your total mind power, which means that it has a huge influence on your life and how you experience it. Your subconscious mind is like a filter that navigates you to the things, people, and experiences that match it. If your subconscious is filled with negative programming, you might feel stuck in a cycle of lack and limitation. However, by replacing these negative thoughts with positive affirmations, you can overwrite the old programming and create a new reality for yourself. Remember, your subconscious mind cannot differentiate between positive and negative thoughts. It only knows what you keep telling it. By practicing affirmations and visualization techniques regularly, you can reprogram your subconscious mind and start to see positive changes in your life, in turn, connecting with your higher self. The higher self is a concept that can be described in various ways, depending on one's beliefs and perspective. Some people refer to it as the subconscious, which is the part of the mind that operates below the level of conscious awareness. Others might call it intuition, as it is often associated with an inner sense of knowing without conscious reasoning. Some individuals might label it as spirit, higher guidance memory complex, or even the source, depending on their spiritual or religious beliefs. The higher self is that inner voice that speaks to you, guiding you towards what is right for you, even though you might not understand why. It is that feeling in your gut that tells you to trust or avoid someone or something, even when there is no rational explanation for it. It is that little voice or knowing that something is true or false, even when it contradicts what you see or hear in the physical world. The higher self is often seen as a connection to a higher power or greater consciousness, and many people believe that it is a source of wisdom, insight, and inspiration. It is said that by tapping into this inner wisdom and guidance, we can find our purpose, fulfill our potential, and live a more authentic and fulfilling life. You will be able to completely connect with yourself on all levels, accepting and managing your ego and lowest self. Because of this, you will connect with other people more clearly as you can see through your own illusions. So you won't be fooled by others. You'll carve your own path and manifest miracles. You'll be in tune with yourself and your spirit guides. You will learn to fully trust that all the solutions to your problems are within you by becoming still and listening to that small but powerful voice.
I might not have it all, but I'm happy with what I have. I'll always live in gratitude. Counting my blessings and acknowledging all I have. Everything, both big and small. And yeah, I'm so thankful for every little thing. I say thank you. And no, not every day is perfect, but when the storms pass, the sunset is perfect. So much to appreciate, so much to celebrate. No, I won't complain, no. I attract more when I'm grateful. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Let it all flow through you. No, I won't complain, no. I attract more